okay, and blew up this Navy cruise ship. I mean, this military, supposed to be Italian cruise ship. But it is really well built though, because look, it didn't even blow the windows out. Look at the windows in the front of the boat. The thing hit it and didn't even blow the windows out. I mean, they put a lot of steel on that thing, you know, big time, if you can see what I'm saying. But this thing actually rides into it and cripples it. You see that? Look at that. You see? I'll try to bring it back so you can see it again. This thing just really irritates the hell out of me. It won't freaking play. You know, I mean, it's like, damn it. You know, everything today is just garbage. Everything. Shit. Bear with me a minute. Okay, finally. Shit. Dang. Just so everything is just so much decadence. Look, it didn't even blow the windows out in the front. See, the windows are still there. They made that thing really powerful and strong, didn't it? Like it's a freaking Navy ship or something. I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, how it could be so well built is what I'm talking about. So it's still running. It's just doing its own thing. Okay, look at this. All right, now what's going on with this is that this was a big oil tanker that the UFOs got too. See, they don't want to tell you that they got something around the planet kicking their ass because they're supposed to be God, see? But they're not. These UFOs are showing them who own this earth. It's saying to them, them little guns and them little Navy ships that y'all got ain't shit, okay? You will be held accountable for all the horrendous crimes you have done to the people of this earth. Now, the inland people that still sit in these offices and they want to be the judges and the mayors and the doctors and the councilmen and everything that you know, they all know they corrupt as hell and they are the reason why so many people is doing so bad on this earth. But they can live with that and sleep good at night and everything. But here's the problem. When they see these things burning like this, they know that that's their money going up in smoke because they're all smart enough to invest dollars into stuff like this. And they need this type of materialism to be around on the earth so they can stay in control. And the UFOs know that. That's why the UFOs is flipping their shit over, burning their stuff up with fires like this oil tanker right here. It's real simple. They saying, stop mining the earth, okay? Keep your ass off the earth with all this mining stuff, all right? We've had enough of that. We don't want that anymore. That's what they're saying, okay? They're saying no more. We catch you out on this ocean with these pieces of equipment. You've been digging into the earth, taking the earth's melanin out. We're going to blow your ass up and sink your ass. That's what they're saying. And they're doing all this stuff because they want these corporations to stop victimizing the people that live on the earth. But the corporations are not going to tell you that. They're saying, we know you inflated all these prices. You make that motherfucking price of gas go down, and we're going to blow up all your vessels that come out here on this ocean world. We all see that the price of gas went down, don't we? Guess what? It's not low enough. We want that shit under $3 real fast, too. We want it down to $2.50 a gallon. That's what's easily accessible for these rates of pay that they got out here on these jobs out here. Now they saying, the UFOs are saying to them, you sending the people through all these embarrassing stresses in their life, so guess what? When you come out here on this ocean, I'm going to sink your ass. I'm telling y'all, this is the truth. This is what's going on our earth right now. That's the whole dynamics of it. They saying, okay, we just gonna sink your ass. You think I'm playing with you? Fine. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm telling you the God's truth. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, it's just a lot of stuff going on where you're gonna see a bunch more of the stuff like this, things sinking and fires and everything. It's just because the mistreatment of the people of the earth has not been overlooked. There is people here that's, look, here's another cruise ship, okay, that just happens to be done found some kind of way to get its ass on fire too. I'm just saying, there's a lot of fires going on with my proclamations that there will be fires and there will be water coming. So you see, I don't just be talking shit. These fires right here is just the indication that you better listen to my prophet, because he's telling you the truth. Right now we're just burning up boats off on the ocean. Next we're going to be burning up whole cities. You guys are going to stop with this bullshit on this planet, acting like little spoiled brats, murdering and killing large numbers of people. It's one segment of men sitting around on this earth causing all this evil and all this tragedy, and that's their boat burning right there. And that oil tanker that you saw sinking that was on fire, they owned that too. And the one in the front that you saw all flipped over into the curb, oh yes, that was theirs too. And the fact that that ship that was flipped over in the water, and the fact that this ship right here in the water and the other ship that got hit by the UFO in the water were all Italian ship, let you know that the UFOs are really pissed off with the Vatican. Let me get straight to the point. Yeah, the people that gave you Jesus, they own all that stuff that you see burning. So Bible prophecy was, when God returns to the earth, he will put his feet on the land, on the air, and the sea. Well, we see the UFOs flying around in the air. I just showed you that at the beginning of this, when we saw them shooting stuff falling out of the sky, flying in and out of those motherships. That's them taking over the air. You know, we ain't got no Air Force to deal with nothing like that. So that's God them took over the air. Well, you can see their ship on fire right there. So that's proof with that fire in the oil tanker fire. Then them took over the sea too. And they're taking over land. And when I tell you they can control weather, see, they was nice to this ship. They just hit them with a 30-foot wave. That's all. They didn't set their ass on fire or sink down like the other ship. Because see, the other ship ran into ground because it was told to get out of the ocean by the UFOs. Or the UFO could have put a big ass wave behind that boat and pushed it into shore. But I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to be a captain and get control over a big boat, beautiful, brand new looking boat like that, and then be incompetent enough to get that close to shore without realizing it. Don't we all understand that there's other people on the boat as backup captains to the captain that would have told him, Captain, according to my charts, we are getting dangerously close to shallow ground. Okay, you see this? Water coming in the boat. All these fancy people out there having a good time. There's just something very funny about the ocean attacking all these cruise ships, these cruise lines. They're saying to them, you guys are all enjoying blood money. Look where it's at. Spain, France, and Italy. Those are the three countries that came here to America and murdered the indigenous people here. And they used that same route through the Mediterranean over to the Atlantic to bring their ass old shiploads full of slaves. That's the reason why it's synonymous with all these ships being destroyed by the ocean. This is serious payback, bad karma coming to get these people for the wealth they accumulated off of the disposition and the denationalization and the slavery and just the plain dehumanization of the melanated man and woman, as well as the Europeans, as well as the Asians. If I don't leave out the atrocious shit they did, if I leave the atrocious shit that they done all around Asia out, it's only because I forgot to mention it, not because it didn't happen. Yes, they did violate a whole lot of sacred ground in Asia as well. So my point being is that we all are going to have to be held accountable for not only the things that happen, but for the things we allow to happen as well. So we just know that, and we all got to get focused and get our shit together for the betterment of everyone on the earth. Okay? We all got to understand that. Now, I want to show you guys something. In 2003, I was in Hawaii making that movie with Revolution Studios, and they made me pissed off at them. And when I get mad, that's when I do my most prophecies. And I told them that there was going to be a vessel of spaceships that's going to come here and wage war on this planet against the oppressors of this planet. And I told them when those people come here that they were going to kill a whole lot of white people. That's exactly what I said to them. And I said the reason why is because of the bad karma that you people have built up for yourselves here on the earth. In the last 500 years, the only thing that you could really say you've done is murdered and stole a lot of stuff. And these UFOs have saw all that. And then you've stagnated us black people from becoming the great gods and goddesses that we were put here to be. So really what this is all about is the liberation of the melanated man and woman, and for the earth be returned to the rightful owners. We already got Michelle Obama in the White House with her 2 daughters. So that's 3 women right there. And there with Barack Obama, which would make him a very special person because he has 3 women around him. And he has 3 melanated women around him. And so the universe is already showing you that he is surrounded by cosmic forces. He has 3 uteruses around him. So he is a very anointed man. And I know that off the top has nothing to do with him being melanated or anything like that. Believe me, I would probably never say I once time heard him say anything into prestigious privilege of him being melanated. Not one time. So why should I acknowledge his melanin if he hasn't even done it? What I'm saying is that I'm acknowledging the spiritual energy that's around him and his wife Michelle and the 2 gorgeous daughters. Now here is the UFOs that I warned them was going to come here. They did show up and they did start waging war all over the planet. So they've been here since 2005 whooping ass all over this planet. And the reason why is because of America's design to build these concentration camps and murder everybody on the planet. And God is like, no, no, no. That's not going to happen. And see, that's what's really going down, everybody. As you can see, the UFOs are here on our side. And then I hear people all the time talking about they're evil because they're not Jesus. They talking about they are fake antichrist. You know what, the UFOs ain't never came here and enslaved no one. They ain't never hanged no one. They ain't never castrated no one, cut nobody's penises off. What you're looking at right here is a place in the Southern Ocean where they come from underground. And when they come from underground, they make these tremendous tidal waves that sink ships and all kinds of stuff.
In danger to our rule when these massive UFO fleets emerge from the Southern Ocean, this report warns, are the massive waves caused by their sudden eruption from what are believed to be their underwater base or bases. The Passing the Clelia II and Antarctic cruise ship on board was nearly capsized when hit by waves generated by these UFOs emerging from the Southern Ocean. And just today, the #1 in Sun has been reported sunk with only 20 of its 42-member crew set safe due to the same cause. Interesting to note in this report is confirming our October 14th report U.S. shuts down New York City airspace over UFO threat that these same Southern Ocean UFOs were responsible for the closing of the airspace over New York City this past fall, October 13th, when they appeared openly and were witnessed by tens of thousands of people, and which, coincidentally, occurred during the same time frame as the mysterious crystal skulls of the ancient South American peoples were being exhibited there too. Even more interesting to note is that the mysterious earthquakes being reported in the Gulf of Aden, where another extraterrestrial event is currently ongoing, and we had reported on in our December 1st report, mysterious vortex storm is creating global weather catastrophe, are now being reported occurring in the Southern Ocean too. This report goes on to state that after WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange warned last week that he would begin releasing secret U.S. cables related to these Southern Ocean UFOs, and the Americans were against them. He was immediately arrested by British police on trumped-up charges issued by the Swedish government, which in our December 8th report, global rebellion erupts after unprecedented.
So this guy, he was telling them,
we know the word engineered against him as
he was letting the word out that there was extraterrestrial space vessels flying around here, whooping everybody's ass, sinking ships out in the ocean, Southern Ocean and everything. So what happened was, he got silenced because the United States know that if everyone starts seeing spaceships flying around, you're going to know there's something out here greater than them if they're not the ones flying it. Hold up. Hotep, I'm back. Okay. So what I wanted to do, I want to show you something. All right. We're back to the lights here. Which one is it that I want? The reason I want to show you this is because, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Now watch this. Remember I told you guys that these things can make you spontaneously combust? They actually, these lights come to the earth and make manifestations on the ground. I mean, they can, let me show you what I'm talking about. This car right here, these lights are so smart. What I'm getting ready to tell you guys, you're not going to believe it. But these lights are so smart. They know about people because they watch, it's the sun. They could come to the earth and make themselves be manifestations, right? Okay? Now watch, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This right here. Watch this. This right here is a manifestation of light that came to earth and fashioned itself as some type of motorist to get a policeman to stop it one night. Okay? And of course that's just what the policeman did. Now watch this. Look, pay attention to what happened. Some cop out there want to write some tickets, the corrupt shit they do. He come up the car as usual. You can see he's got a flashlight looking all in the guy's car, see if he can find something to write him a ticket for, or if he's breaking one of the many laws they done wrote. But he don't know this guy is a manifestation of the light ship. And the light ship came in with his number, and look what they did to him. See, these things are not on the ground just doing this type of stuff for the hell of it. There was a unique, specific reason for that to happen right there. For them to be where they was at with that car. You see that? Proves to you that these was not earthlings in that car. These were some people that had some superpower with them that deliberately went out there and gave him a reason to stop them, knowing he had a police camera on his car that would film this and let the footage be available for all America to see that a SARS story about spontaneous combustion is not a lie. It can really happen. So this is another way of the universe saying to you, when I spontaneously combust your ass for being stupid, don't say that you did not know that it could happen, because I actually showed you footage of me doing that when I did it to that policeman. I deliberately put it into a police car camera so a SAR would be able to find it and show it to the rest of the world. So when shit hit the fan, and you find your ass a whole bunch of busted up gym shoes with some dirty ass ashes in it, and you know your ass done had an encounter like this policeman right here, don't even be trying to cry. Because you was already told. You was already told. It's time for atonement. It's time for everyone to be seriously doing the proper things to eradicate all the bad karma that we all have in our lives. And I do mean all of us, because I am probably the person with more karma than anybody. That's the reason I have the permission and the privilege to stand here talking so much crap, because most of the time I know what I'm talking about, because I've been there, done that. Never did this, thank God. That is the one thing that I am proud to say, never been there, done that. I ain't gonna lie, never want to say been there, done that, because that look like that could hurt. I bet you his ass is well done. And that is a rude ass, messed up thing to be saying in the case of this. And it's very distasteful, but very true. And I know it is, because that was horrible right there. But again, the good Lord knows best. And so that guy had to be sacrificed so we can all see that this stuff is on the earth and is available for the UFOs to use at their will. Now, I take my hat off to that policeman, and I know for a fact that the universe has given him all type of karma removal after he had to go through that. Please believe it. There's no doubt in my mind that that man has been seriously eradicated of some bad karma. If that type of ordeal right there won't remove bad karma, I don't know what will. I'm here to tell you the truth. So now we got some more lights. Just for a minute here. I want to show you this light right here. It's really beautiful. It's the blue light. That blue light is called the pearl light. That is a revelation of the universe promising sustainment forever and a day. And that's what the blue is, sustainment. Okay? Just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, hold on. Wait, I might have something else good coming. Yeah, more lights. Let's watch these for a minute too. Because this is God showing us how special we are to her. She really loves us, you know. That's the green light I rode her on. And as you can see, they come real, real low to the ground to let us know that we are very special and that God loves us a whole lot, that she will give us this light show to really, really let us know. Okay? Now I want you to look at everything going on in there. There's a lot of spaceships and all kind of stuff. Alright? See the green light? Right there? That's the green light the SAR came to the earth on. This light right here comes down like that. Right? Let me show you something. The sun actually made these shoot up to make that pyramid structure of the V. And then it shows you that there is above the same things that's below. Okay, look. See this? See that? This is the sun right here. The sun blackened out the background so we can see these space vessels, what we call Nibiru, our motherships. I tell you, there's always one under the planet and one above the planet. So if we got this stuff on top, what's above is below. I mean, everything you see right here above the planet is also in the ground. That's what that means, okay? So now, these right here is the goddess Sekhmet, the goddess Bast. They're all feminine energies of essence to come and combat wickedness on the earth. They are the ones who showed you this is the sun shooting life into heaven, as well as shooting life from heaven to the earth. So the sun is always up and shining down. Now, if you notice, they two lights came to the heaven, hooked up spiritual energy here, made a God inside of here, and sent them down to the earth. See, let me explain it to you again. Here's the sun. The sun sent the road, a path out for spiritual energy to ride. The spiritual energy, now let me show you what happened. The spiritual energy came to the sun like this, from those two segments, okay? Once in the sun, they mixed together and made a God, put him in his green light, and shot him to the earth, okay? Now remember that. Look at all the colors and everything, all right? Remember what I'm saying to you. I'm saying to you that a God came to the sun, manifested in the sun, and then was sent to earth on that green light right there. That's what I claim, okay? All right, hold on a minute. I'm going to actually show you that again because I see it was out of focus. Okay, now look, let me show you. Right here is the lights that brought this spiritual energy into the sun. Now let me explain to you what I'm saying to you. We have something that made the sun, that sent information to the sun about something that it wanted the sun to make. Not only did it send the sun information to make something, it sent materialism to the sun through these roads right here. You see the path right there? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now look, this is going to get deep. I want you to pay attention. There's a road, there's a road, and there's a road here too. That's not showing up really well because that spaceship is there blocking it. But there's a light. You see this light right here? It goes all the way through. Up there too, like that. So what's above is below, which means that there's 3 lines now, 3 light illuminations here. There's also 3 up here. But this one is just not as visible. But that light, this line right there, goes all the way through. Okay, now keep this in your mind. This is the sun. This is 3 paths. 1, 2, 3 paths that came to the sun. Had her interaction with the sun and sent something to the earth on a green path. Okay? All right. I'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, please. Marriott Hotel, America. I'm back. How are y'all doing? Everybody good? You better be. That's what segment says. Okay, let's get down to business here. You remember in the last segment, I was saying to you guys, there was 3 that came from the sun and went up. 1, 2, 3. Remember? Okay, you remember the sun was right here, like that. It had a line went there, 1 went up the middle, and then 1 went that way. And then at the bottom, it was the same thing. It was a line went there. It was that one that was in the middle that was green, and then there was another one that went that way too. Remember the one in the middle, I said went all the way through the middle straight up to the top. Okay, there was 3. Here's the path right here that brought the 3. 2, 3. So these 3 right here entered in there, had a relationship, became this personification right here. This personification right here turned itself into the Kundalini Serpent Power energy and went up here again. And these 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now let me show you what I mean. Look at the colors. If you take this yellow and that blue together and mix it together with all these colors together, you could get this set of green from it. So it's showing you that it's all these things right here that made all the agriculture and all the vegetation on earth. These 3 right here, which is going to be the sunlight, the spiritual energy of the woman, and the spiritual energy of the man. And all of these polarities got together, went inside the sun, made spiritual matter. All spiritual matter comes from the sun. The sun sends life force to the earth, has an impregnancy. The sunlight comes to the earth and impregnates the earth. The earth pushes out birth from the life force that comes to the earth from the sun in the rain. Okay, the sun made a star, sent him to the earth on a green light. When he made it, this is what I mean. Now let me explain it to you guys so you can understand it. First the light came to the earth 52 years ago, in 1960. The light came to the earth, the 2 lights came to the earth. 1 hit my mother, 1 hit my father. The 3rd green light showed up when it was time for me to get activated, okay? Which, when your activation starts, the pyramid comes. That's when you're activated. All right, this sun right here sent 2 shots of light to the earth. 1 went in my father's eyes, 1 went in my mother's eyes. They both were lured by the sunlight to be at a certain place at a certain time where they meet each other. They met each other, found cosmic chemistry with each other, and had a copulation with each other that ended in my mom becoming pregnant, impregnated with me. Now, when I was a child, walking around on earth, all my time running around in the sun and having the encounters that I was having, the sun always led me to places where I would have encounters and circumstances that would build up wisdom inside of me that I could later have under my belt to share with other people. So now, by the time I became whatever age it was, when I was in that movie, when I think, I've always had encounters with extraterrestrial cosmic energy, but it was in that movie when I first started having encounters where the guys started talking to me. None of them talked to me much outside of natural stuff that you don't have words to lead you a certain place. I had a lot of that going on, but then I started having encounters where I could physically hear people talking to me. That started happening around 2003. Okay, after that started happening, they was giving me instructions: stop eating, stop drinking, stop having sex, all that stuff like that. They was telling me, we don't want you to have sex anymore because we're going to be cleaning your body out to send an energy force to live inside of you, and we don't want you contaminated with all of the contaminants you could pick up by consuming other women, eating the wrong foods. Definitely don't eat meat, don't smoke cigarettes, don't drink alcohol, get rid of all that stuff. It got to the point where they made it where I couldn't consume that stuff anymore. I got so sick as soon as I ate meat, or so sick if I drank alcohol, and I couldn't drink one beer without it totally making me so stupidly drunk where I couldn't even handle myself. One beer would get me so damn drunk. When they wanted me to stop drinking, I could drink the smallest amounts of beer or whatever and get drunk so fast and pass out. People go in my pocket and take all my money. I'm like, only drink one beer. So they let me